explain. So, have you ever wondered why so many highly educated, hardworking professionals, people with great careers, the nice cars, the suburban homes, are secretly, financially fragile? The truth is, right beneath the surface of what looks like total success, a staggering number of middle-class families are literally just one emergency away from serious trouble. Today, we're going to expose the invisible money traps keeping ordinary people locked in mediocrity, and more importantly, we're giving you the blueprint to actually fix them.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The reality is that the difference between staying broke and building real wealth, it isn't about luck. It's not an inheritance or some elite secret society. It really just comes down to specific, socially accepted financial behaviors that act like invisible chains. These behaviors are marketed to us as, signs of success, but in reality, they just keep high earners permanently stuck on a paycheck-to-paycheck hamster wheel. We earn more, sure, but our wealth slowly bleeds away through seemingly harmless daily decisions. So here is our game plan for breaking those chains today. First, we'll cover the high-income hamster wheel, then stop the money leaks, upgrade your financial engine, escape the comfort zone, redefine your rewards, and finally, the wealth escape checklist. We're going to transform these theoretical pitfalls into a totally actionable, habit-based roadmap to fix up your financial house. All right, let's start with Section 1, the high-income hamster wheel, specifically looking at investment ignorance.
It's absolutely wild how this plays out in real life. Think about it. A busy professional will gladly spend, 5 hours reading online reviews just to compare the features of a $300 TV? But when it comes to their 401k or company retirement plan, crickets. They leave hundreds of thousands of dollars completely on autopilot for decades, with zero understanding of what they actually own. Imagine two people investing the exact same amount of money over their careers. Person A never really checks their funds and ends up with a portfolio worth $600,000 at retirement. Person B, they take just a little bit of time to learn some basic investing habits, they avoid high fees, and they make informed choices. They end up with over $1 million. That is a life-changing difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars, all determined by decisions most people never even bother to think about. You really don't need to be a Wall Street expert, you just need to understand the basics.
That brings us right to Section 2, Stop the Money Leaks, where we're tackling active trading and taxes.
Once you actually start paying attention to your money, it is so easy to fall into traps where your well-intentioned decisions actually drain your wealth behind the scenes. Think of these as invisible leaks in your financial plumbing. The first major leak? Active trading and trying to time the market. You see the market go up and down, and obviously it's a natural human desire to want to feel in control, buying when things look great, selling when they look scary. But trying to beat the market is literally like trying to do your own major plumbing repairs without a wrench. Even professional fund managers with whole teams of analysts fail to consistently beat simple index funds. When you actively trade, you just end up causing expensive leaks through transaction fees, bid-ask spread losses, and the incredibly heavy cost of emotional buying and selling. Statistically, it just makes you poor.
Now, the second massive leak is tax ignorance. For a lot of families, taxes consume more money than housing, transportation, food, and entertainment combined. Yet most of us treat taxes like the weather. Just something that happens to us every April. Ignoring tax planning is exactly like leaving your house's AC blasting all summer with the windows wide open. The wealthy don't pay lower effective tax rates because they're cheating. They pay less because they proactively build the habit of using legal incentives. Things like health savings accounts or tax-advantaged retirement accounts, instead of just passively overpaying the government every single year.
Moving on to Section 3, upgrade your financial engine by avoiding risk.
So many busy professionals face this crazy paradox of risk. They think avoiding all risk is the responsible thing to do, right? So they stick entirely to basic savings accounts. But keeping all your money in a savings account is literally like storing water in a leaky bucket. Because of inflation, the cost of living is constantly going up. If your money is earning virtually nothing in a traditional bank account, inflation is steadily eroding your purchasing power year after year. Trying to play it completely safe is often the most dangerous financial move you can make. To genuinely protect and grow your wealth, taking calculated, intelligent investment risks isn't just an option, it's an absolute requirement to upgrade your financial engine. Let's jump to Section 4, Escape the Comfort Zone, looking at change paralysis and real estate. Change paralysis is hands down the most psychologically challenging trap to overcome. It's that tendency to stay stuck in a low-paying job or maybe an expensive rental situation, simply because the idea of moving, learning new systems, or just dealing with the hassle of change feels way too uncomfortable. We convince ourselves that stability is responsible, when in reality, it's financially reckless. The real cost of that comfort zone is staggering, $30,000. Think about it. Let's say you know your job is underpaying you and you could get a 20% bump on a $50,000 salary just by switching companies. If you delay that move for just 3 years because change makes you nervous, you have literally cost yourself 30 grand in lost income. And that's not even counting the compound growth you missed out on for your retirement. People vastly overestimate the risks of making a change while completely ignoring the guaranteed financial damage of just staying put.
And this change paralysis frequently bleeds into how we handle housing. When you rent, you suffer a 100% loss of your payment forever, all while facing rising costs. But owning real estate, when it makes financial sense for your area, of course, acts as a forced savings mechanism. Instead of building your landlord's financial foundation, every single mortgage payment builds your own equity. It offers incredible inflation protection because your payment stays locked in while the cost of everything else rises. And let's translate that complex real estate jargon of depreciation benefits for a second. It really just means you get legal tax write-offs that lower your tax burden, all while your actual home grows in value. Win-win.
Next up is Section 5. Redefine your rewards and avoid lifestyle creep.
This psychological trap catches almost every single successful professional. You work 40 to 50 hours a week, you deal with stress, so naturally, you feel you deserve a tangible reward. You get a raise, so you immediately buy a nicer car. You get a promotion, you upgrade your apartment. But the absolutely crucial point here is understanding opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the potential wealth you lose out on when you choose to spend your money on a temporary reward today instead of investing it for tomorrow. Every single time you inflate your lifestyle to match your new income, you trap yourself in a cycle where you actually require a high income just to survive. You never end up building the actual underlying assets that could sustain you if you ever stopped working.
To put that into perspective, a $300 splurge dinner today isn't just a $300 meal. Because of lost compound growth, that dinner has a hidden opportunity cost of over $2,000 over 20 years. A $5,000 vacation? That's tens of thousands in lost future wealth. Now, you absolutely should enjoy your life, but you've got to build the habit of capping your lifestyle upgrades. Reward yourself reasonably, sure, but aggressively invest the difference so your money actually works for you.
Finally, let's wrap up with Section 6, the Wealth Escape Checklist.
All right, we've identified the invisible traps. Now let's use a super straightforward habit-building checklist to fix your financial house and permanently escape that hamster wheel. These first 3 small habits are designed to immediately plug the biggest invisible leaks in your house. Step 1, audit your 401k and investments. Spend literally just an hour learning what you own to cure that investment ignorance. Step 2, buy simple, low-cost index funds to avoid the costly plumbing leaks of active trading and high fees. Step 3, automate an annual tax strategy check-in with a professional. Stop leaving the AC running with the windows open. Take advantage of the legal tax incentives that are out there waiting for you.
And the final 3 steps? They ensure you are building a rock-solid foundation for the future. Step 4, calculate the real dollar cost of your career comfort zone and embrace the calculated risk of seeking better opportunities. Step 5, analyze the buy versus rent math for your local area to see if you can start building your own equity instead of your landlord's. And Step 6, cap your lifestyle upgrades. When you get a raise, invest it. By redefining your rewards, you'll transform your active income into true, lasting, passive wealth.
You know, the exact same compound interest that works against you when you ignore these traps will work beautifully for you once you build these small, consistent habits. Your financial future isn't determined by your family background, it's determined by the small choices you make starting right now. So my final question for you is, which middle-class wealth trap will you stop falling into today? Pick just one small habit from that checklist, take action, and start fixing your financial house. Thanks so much for learning with me today. Now go out there and make your money work for you.